Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do a reading for Libra. Now this will be for December 2021. If you've seen my readings before, welcome back. Thanks for the support. If you haven't, welcome to my channel. I hope it resonates. If it does, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Don't forget it's a general reading. It is not going to suit every single person out there, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, time can be fluid, energy can be vice versa, so keep that in mind. One more shuffle for Libra. Okay, Libra. Give me one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Now, okay. Okay, there looks like there's a pattern. So somebody is trying to plan for the long term, but it looks like there's been dishonesty. It looks like you go through a period where you break up, get back together. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like someone's manifesting this as well, but you don't want to move on and leave the past behind, because you see this person as very loyal, dedicated, protective. But at the same time, it's left them feeling exhausted and burnt out and stressed, and they're probably anxious, health conditions, all that kind of thing. And, you know, somebody in the situation was keeping secrets. So it was never going to eventuate to some, there was definitely things that were going on where there was lies, dishonesty, that sort of thing. And so your 10 of Pentacles never was going to eventuate the way things were going. Now, somebody had to sort of take back their own power as well, because that was there with the Emperor. And I feel like somebody definitely, as I said, it was kind of like they didn't want to let it go. Somebody didn't want to let it go. And it took a lot of strength and, you know, faith in the future for them to make a move, to make a change. And, you know, really they kind of looked at it like it was a lost opportunity, or, you know, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, it was more like there was no real direction with the way things were going. You both weren't heading the same direction. And, you know, somebody could have just been in either denial. They could have been, they didn't know all the facts. They could have been confused, indecisive. Their head and their heart was saying, you know, let them go, don't let them go. You know, like, I feel like that's how the situation went. But as I said, there was a lack of victory in this situation, the way things were going. Also, somebody, it could have been about someone's ego. It could have felt like somebody felt like they were neglected. Maybe they've got a lack of confidence as well, but there was definitely a lack of victory. I feel like you failed to recognize the magical opportunity that you had. And I feel like this card has come up before. Like you were so lost in your own world that you had to have some sort of wake up, some sort of, something to make you realize, because, I feel like you needed to go and do some sort of introspection and soul searching, and I feel like someone withdrew from this situation to do the same. They've put in, I feel like your person will use your person in this situation as reverse the roles if needed, but this person put in a lot of time and energy with you, and they were waiting to get that investment in the future. You plant your seeds and then you wait for the next move. You're waiting for the reward, of all your time and effort. And, you're looking at, or they're looking at their life with a long-term view. So they want to reap rewards. And that just, I feel like they were having to keep waiting for that. Now there could have been some sort of third party gossip, and third party doesn't have to be sexual. It can mean a person, a thing, whatever this is for you, different for different people. But I feel like you both needed alone time to kind of, sort yourselves out. And I reckon this came up before. I feel like there was addictions involved. You needed to accept responsibility for your part. And if you were the one with the addiction, you needed to accept, and stop being in denial about it. You needed to accept what you needed to change, what you needed to work on, that kind of thing, because it was very toxic the way it was going. But yeah, I mean, everything happens for a reason. And I feel like, it didn't turn out the way that somebody had hoped it would. They were just caught up in the negative, and I feel like your person could have seen, you as selfish if they're the ones putting in all the time. They might be hesitant to ever go back there with you, because I feel like they always feel like it's going to end the same way, with their heart broken. But at the same time, they don't want to walk away either. They could have kids, or you could have kids together. I feel like be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. Also it's like, if you have these dreams with this person, or this person has dreams, it's like, now's the time to take action. It's like, we're not getting any younger, and now is the time. Like, now is as good a time as any, to make the changes that you need to in your life. And I feel like I'm hearing negative self-talk. I'm hearing depression. Like, it was like self-fulfilling prophecies, really, because if you're negative, and you keep being negative or having negative self-talk, you're just going to manifest more of that. But in the end, you might have felt like you had lack of direction. You feel like you didn't know which way to turn. You feel like you didn't know how to make a change. And I feel like this has all been a spiritual lesson for you guys. Like, something you needed to learn and go through. And I feel like I've said this to, I'm not sure if it's you or one of the other signs before, but I feel like this was, destined to happen. Now, on the table, you've got the Two of Cups. You've got the Tower card. You've got the Five of Pentacles. You've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. You've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Judgment card in reverse. And the Seven of Wands. I feel like there was some sort of resurgence or, you know, with somebody. It was like you fell more in love and you forgave, they forgave. It's like the ending of challenges, you know, coming together. You don't give up on people you love, and I feel like somebody lives by that kind of situation or that kind of, you know, idea. You know, they could see you as their kindred person, their kindred spirit, you know, and I feel like maybe you're compatible, maybe there's mutual attraction. It's all about, you know, having a connection, falling in love. But I feel like there might be this resurgence of a romantic relationship because of what you've been through. Yeah. Someone didn't trust their intuition. They knew there were secrets, but they didn't trust that. It could have been your person. I feel like this has left them exhausted, which I think I mentioned before. Now, this person was always, I mean, they didn't really have much, what's the word? They weren't feeling very optimistic, and I feel like hope was kind of, they were hanging on to every thread of hope that they had, is what I'm hearing. That you were going to change, be better, whatever this is, right? The situation was going to be better. And I feel like you're in a place, or they were in a place of, they had these expectations, but they were always just actively waiting, you know, like they're waiting for them, you know, they're waiting for you to make the change, or you were waiting for them to make the change and do the work they needed to do to become a better person or get rid of addictions or whatever this was. And you know, you wanted to reap rewards of the efforts that were put in. And I feel like somebody was always actively waiting for that. They also wanted to, I guess, feel like they were being recognized for like all they did. And, you know, I feel like you know, you need to work together as a team to move forward. You know, it was about learning and recognizing what needed to change, what needed to be worked on, so that you can have this positive movement forward. It's all about learning really. Now, I'll get 2 more cards. More Libra. The Knight of Swords in reverse. I mean, as I said, it was like somebody felt burnt out. As I said, I'm an empath and I feel tired. Like, I've only done 2 readings today so far, and I feel exhausted. Like, yeah, no. Yeah, I just feel like you're in denial about something, and you are a person that is someone that, you know, you can't really unconvince. Somebody could have also had a bit of a short attention span, so they get bored easy, and then, you know, maybe that's where the addictions come in. But really, you know, you need to kind of work on your finances and your material comforts, and, you know, manifest what it is you do actually want. Yeah, Nine of Swords, like, it's releasing the worry. I feel like to have this resurgence of a relationship, you know, it's like somebody, you know, needs to release the worry that there is no more secrets. There needs to be no more secrets. And, you know, I feel like someone definitely has deep-seated fears and a lot of inner turmoil, but they're trying to, or they need to work on that. I mean, the way things were going, it was very hostile. Somebody was doing wrong. I mean, I'm sure you know, if it's you or if it's the other person, somebody was, you know, not doing the right thing. They could have been a bully. There could have just been violence. They could have, or not just violence, there could have been violence. There could have been, you know, conflict, mind games, disagreements, you know, aggression, humiliation, whatever. It's all that kind of situation. It was very, very toxic. And that's why there needed to be worked on. But I feel like someone definitely had options. Like, they needed to make a choice between, you know, as I said, it could be this addiction or whatever this is. And, you know, they needed to make the decision. They could have felt conflicted, but they needed to make a decision and trust their intuition. And as I said, I just feel like there's some sort of reunion, but at the same time, somebody needs to take their rose-colored glasses off. Now, as I said, work needed to be done. I mean, there was a tower moment that made that all happen. And whether it was some big chaos or, you know, something to completely turn your life upside down, or whether it was, you know, something like an awakening, you know, not so much something so, it was something that had caused a change. It was something, you know, because the tower is all about the universe kind of stepping in, or God, or whoever you believe, to step in and, you know, make a change, because we need to have that change to become who we're meant to be. And as I said, I just feel like things were not heading in a great direction with the way things were going. And, you know, there was an experience that where changes needed to happen, changes needed to be made for this resurgence. Otherwise, it was never going to happen. Tell me more about this Tower card. Yeah, look, Tower card again. 2 Tower cards, and there's passion ignited. There's the Empress, the universe. Like, the world played a part. At the same time, I feel like somebody could have tried to take some shortcuts and maybe still have some secrets and be a bit deceptive. I'm hearing that. For others, it's about personal closure. You know, I feel like it's definitely causing someone to feel like they're trapped in fear. Like, they're worried this is going to happen again. Yeah, like, in the end, I mean, you want possibly want kids. You are a mum or a parent of kids with this person. For some of you, I feel like you be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. For others, it's about nurturing you, looking after yourself. But yeah, it's like the tower happens and then there's a fiery, passionate new beginning. With the way things were going, someone's going to be hesitant, and even with the 9, it's like, they're defensive, maybe paranoid because of your behavior or because of, vice versa. It's like this person with addictions who lied and was deceptive. I feel like because of that situation, this person, as I said, is going to feel like they're trapped in fear. They're going to feel like, worried that there's not going to be any success because they know this person was deceptive. They know they were dishonest. And maybe you didn't take accountability for your actions. But they're going to be hesitant at the same time and paranoid and defensive due to, the transformation that's going to need to have happen or need to happen. So, really, you're going to have to give this person some time. Yeah, it's like there's distrust. And if you don't give this person some time, there's going to be a breakup. Because with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's like somebody has clouded judgment. Somebody, needs to take back their own power. Somebody, thinks there's either too many obstacles if you're not willing to kind of change because you left this person in the cold. And funny, that's the next card. But here you are recovering and, working on your employment, looking after yourself. Now, somebody could be codependent here, but also with the Empress in reverse, it's like they're worried about it turning to like not ending in them being happy. But I feel like with the Sun card, it's like the best card in the deck. This is about happiness and material happiness, joyous outcome, success, like all these things. And I feel like, just keep on, keep, I guess, as much as you might be paranoid or this person might be paranoid of you, I feel like it's going to take some time, but everything is going to work out okay. But as I said, really, you did leave this person out in the cold. Whoever's having the negative thoughts though and paranoia and all those sort of things, they need to be careful because they can actually, bring those thoughts into reality. So be aware of that. There might be some fears surrounding money. Maybe, you're an overspender. And I know that card came out before. And I didn't say it, but yeah, there's something about overspending, like having this extreme with money. And, maybe you just don't handle money well or, yeah. But I feel like, you could have left this person in the cold and they felt like a victim because, they feel like they put in all the time and effort and, you didn't. It wasn't reciprocated and it needs to be, otherwise it's not going to work. Someone just felt like they were doing everything. Yeah, somebody, definitely somebody got some wisdom. They learned from this. I feel like it could lead to a higher level of commitment. You know, you both need to make sure you've both got the same expectations, values, you know, all those kind of things, because it's all about getting the wisdom, but also learning and higher level of commitment, marriage, that kind of thing, you know. And but I feel like, yeah, somebody definitely has had lack of patience. There was no plan, you know. It was like you're making slow progress. Slow progress is better than, you know, no progress. But you are moving on and leaving the past behind. And I feel like somebody still doesn't know if they got all the truth. But also, they want to move on and leave the happy and have this happy home, though. They want, you know, to have a firm foundation with somebody, and they feel like they need the truth. They feel like they don't have the whole truth. They're doubting themselves as well. So maybe you need to work on, or this person needs to, there's definite choices and decisions though, and somebody's got anxiety that they're needing to work on themselves. And I guess if, you know, if there's somebody being not truthful, then maybe to come back together, you need to be truthful completely. Yeah. There needs to be communication worked on. There needs to be very direct truth. Somebody needs to have some clarity. And, you know, I just feel like it's all about karma. You know, what you put out, you get back. And, you know, if you need help, ask. If you need to, I just feel like somebody wasn't so good with money. The addiction could have had something to do with money. And, you know, to make a change, I feel like you need to come in truthful. And I feel like you need to, if you need help with this money situation, if you've got a gambling addiction or you've got something that you're spending money on, like a alcohol, drug addiction, something like that, where, you know that it's affecting your money, you're losing money due to it, you also need to make sure that, you know, if you need help, you ask. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there was a period of no communication, and I also feel like there could have been some miscommunication, or somebody was resisting the change. They were frustrated with what was going on. They maybe didn't want to reconcile with you. At the same time, I don't feel like they wanted to head in a new direction. They still don't have any clarity, I don't feel. I feel like, and I'm hearing the same, whereas if you don't communicate truthfully, like come in right, there is going to be no renewal. That's what I'm hearing. You know, you need to choose your battles wisely. You need to I feel like somebody just needs to be brave and persevere. And, you know, they might feel defensive. They might feel like they need to stand up for themselves. And this could be your person, you know. Yeah, because this is, I mean, once again, they were left out in the cold, so they're having to recover from that, you know. And unfortunately, trust is not built in a day when you've, you know, damaged trust. The way things were going, there was not going to you were not going to have your wishes fulfilled. And really, you know, it's affected your heart, it's affected your heart chakra, you know, you've had your heart broken, you know. So I feel like if you don't, I mean, if you don't come in right, you may end up with your heart broken. You may not get your wishes fulfilled. There could have been, as I said, some sort of third party, whether somebody was in their ear, whether there was gossip, whether, you know, you need more alone time, or they need more alone time, or whether there's, you know, it doesn't even have to be people. It can be, as I said, if you've got some sort of addiction, it's like a third party in this relationship that's causing problems and not fulfilling, you know, your wishes won't be fulfilled. I feel like this person, you know, the one without the addictions, I feel like they could have had other choices as well, between somebody who's very more like the Knight of Cups, who comes in like, you know, Prince Charming, and, you know, comes in all like committed and, you know, that kind of thing. Then there's another person who's like a King of Cups, somebody who's more supportive, empathetic, stable, wise, emotionally balanced. At the same time, this could all be you or your person, you know, somebody with the addiction. You're coming in like Prince Charming, and I just feel like you're not manifesting like to become the King of Cups. And I feel like you could be. This is how I'm reading this, because it came out like this. So there was the knight, and then there's the, you know, magician in reverse, which is also all about, you know, no plan and manipulation. And I feel like, you know, while you continue to do that, you were never going to become the King of Cups. Yeah. And I mean, if that's the case, it's just going to end up with an ending, as I said. And somebody's just going to move on. Because there they are, being stabbed in the back. There's the breakup and the no trust. And there's them moving on. You know? I feel like there could be success. It's up to you. It's up to you what choices you choose to make. I want to get a couple more cards about this Knight and King and Magician. Can you tell me more about the Knight, King and Magician, please? Why are they here? Libra. It's definitely a spiritual lesson, and I feel like you could be a divine pair, because you need to become the King of Cups, right? As I said, you know, you came in like this knight, Prince Charming, and you know, all this stuff, but really there was manipulation involved, and I just feel like, you know, you weren't really manifesting what it was that, I don't even know if you knew what you really wanted, is what I'm hearing. But you've got the King of Cups and you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. Like, you need to become, from your knight, stop the manipulation, stop the, you know, all of that thing, stop all, and work on manifesting to become this King of Cups, somebody that's more supportive and stable and, you know, emotionally balanced as well. Like, I feel like there could have been, you know, other issues going on. You know, be that person. And your person, I mean, you know, could be somebody who's a Scorpio or someone who's a Cancer. Otherwise, the Queen of Cups in reverse is somebody who needs to work on their self-love and look after themselves, their codependency. You know, as I said, I feel like they're needy. Somebody could have been emotionally manipulative, as I said, but it was all part of some sort of spiritual lesson. And I feel like, you know, it could lead to this 9 of Cups, which is your wishes fulfilled. But at the moment, it depends if you can move on and leave the past behind, if they can move on and leave the past behind. You know, stop the insulting, you know, communication, the rude, the gossipy, sarcastic, you know, cynical kind of attitude, and work on your communication. I feel like it's all a lesson for you. So in the end, I mean, it looks like you're a divine counterpart with this person, but you need to become the king, and they need to work on their self-worth. So there's a bit of work for both of you. And I feel like, you know, you will decide very soon if this is what you're, you know, what you want, or whether you want to, you know, find someone new. I mean, I feel like definitely the universe has got a part in this, and, you know, also feel like it could lead to marriage, but there needs to be honest discussions. There needs to be, like, you need to come in truthful with to reconcile or get back together. You need to come in truthful, make some changes in your life. Yeah, somebody feels like they are living in the dark. Like, I feel like this is the person that doesn't have the addiction. It's, they don't know everything with the goddess of the moon. They're not really, they feel like a disconnect to their intuition. Like, they're not, they feel like they're in the dark about something. And, you know, it causes extreme worry and discontent. Like, I feel like if they trusted their intuition, you know, but at the same time, you need to come in truthful. You need to do that. You need to come in truthful. If you don't, it's not going to end well. Like, you've got the thinking man in reverse, and this is all about learning and growth. And, you know, maybe you're not actually, which is why the universe steps in to help with this transformation. Like, you know, I don't feel like you were going to make a change, you know, and I feel like it would have just continued with the same patterns until someone said enough is enough. And your wishes were not going to become or get fulfilled because neither were theirs in this situation. Yeah, it just would have kept going round and round. Like I said, you've got 2 the sea in reverse as well. In reverse. Yeah, it's all about, like, there's always an ebb and flow, and you need to trust that, you know, I feel like if you make this change, then things will be okay. clear away obstacles. As I said, you needed to do that. At the same time, you know, as I said, somebody feels like something is being hidden. So, you know, if it continues being that way, then there's not going to be any happiness or harmony in the situation. And also, you know, you need to break free from this negative attachment. All right, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that resonates. If it does, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you with the next read. Thanks for watching. Bye.